So as of right here, right now, 9:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 8th of April, 2021, Tony Mowbray is still the manager of Blackburn Rovers heading into this weekend's match up against Cardiff City down in Wales. We'll talk about that and more. Will he be there? I won't. He won't. Maybe. I don't know. We'll take a little look next. Back once again with another match preview. This time looking forward to Blackburn Rovers' latest match down in Wales, of course, taking on Cardiff this coming weekend. Of course, if you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe and bang up to all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, whoa, football related. We're going to know here, boys. Under Waldrewski. That's right, of course, Tony Mowbray stays right here, right now, but there is still some mumblings going on that he might not be in charge of Rovers come Saturday, which will be, it will be Venky's. It definitely will be Venky's if they decide to fire him on the way down to Wales, which it could very well happen. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Of course, big shout out to the VIP Band of Brothers. I'm talking about the Patreons. Thank you for your continued support as you believe in the project that is Blackburn Overseas. Of course, big summer ahead. Hopefully you can be here with me, of course, enjoying Euros. Of course, take a step back from, of course, the nightmare that is Rovers at the moment. But anyway, let's get into this match. We're going to take a look at it, of course, with the mentality that Mowbray will be in charge. But again, if he doesn't, throw it out the window, and yeah, we'll just read between the lines. So anyway, here we go, lads. Taking place in Cardiff, of course. Cardiff up against Blackburn Rovers. Now, believe it or not, there is some positivity. You can look at this heading into this match. Of course, Tony Mowbray's record against Cardiff is all right. He's actually beaten them 6 times out of his 14 matches in charge, drawing 5 of them and only losing 3 times, picking up a 1.64 points per game ratio. But of course, that doesn't really matter when you look at the grand old scheme of things. And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about the current situation. Of course, both sides playing 40 times this season already. Of course, on average, a goal apiece per game, which we just shade them on, of course, shots per match, of course, 13 to their 12 on average. Again, both picking up around about 2 yellow cards per match. 5 corners as well. They pick up around about 13 fouls compared to our 12, and also their error success rate is better than ours. As for the possession, it is Rovers, but of course that is all backwards, sideways, boring possession. Not really the attacking stuff, which I just watched yesterday in the older Bayern PSG match. That's the possession that you want to see. No guns blaze or goal guns blazing sort of stuff. Pass success rate also going in favours of Rovers. 77% of all of our passes reach their intended target. That's both home and away. If you take a look at just their home form compared to our away form, they average about 2 goals when in Wales. Of course, we average just the 1. Of course, shots again go in favour of Rovers. 14 shots on average per away match compared to their 13 at home. We also pick up a couple of yellow cards as well on average compared to their 1. Again, they're more fouled. 14 to our 12. They pick up more corners than us. And again, their error success rate is better. Again, same deal. Possession and pass success rate go in favour of Rovers on the road. How about, of course, the attacking avenues? We'll take a little look at it right here. Well, in a minute, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Goals. The goals for Rovers this season have actually kind of dried up a little bit over the past 5 on average, on the whole season in combination. Cardiff picking up 55 goals this season. Actually, they better Rovers by 5. Of course, we were once the free scoring team in the division, but of course, those days are long gone. We've scored 35 of our goals through open play. They've scored 22. They are set piece dynamos. Would you look at that insane statistic right there? 23 of their 25, nearly half of all their goals coming from set pieces. We have to watch out for that. So alleviate the fouls. Leave your Travises at home, probably, I would say. Leave your little your nitpickers who like to strike a foul at home, because this could be where the game is won and lost, especially when we look at our situation, when we do need at least 4 points, I think, from the remaining 6 games or so. So it seems an easy task, perhaps, but the way we're playing and the vibe around Ewood Park at the moment, it is not nailed on. So 23, that's a whopping stat. That's 6 counter-attacks for us, 5 for them, 4 penalties apiece, and just 1 on goal for Cardiff. And as you can see on the bottom here, 13.4 shots per game for Rovers, 11.6 for Cardiff as well, with a conversion rate of 9% for us, 11% for them. As for goals conceded, 45 goals conceded by Rovers, just 43 for Cardiff, just a little bit better than us. But guess what? They're better than us, a good 9 positions, maybe even 11 positions in the league. Is that right? 3, 11 positions better off in the league. Of course, we conceded 30 of them through open play, 25 for them through open play. Of course, they have also conceded 13 through set pieces, 9 for us. Of course, 4 penalties we've given away. Absolutely criminals, very, very heavy in the box, 2 own goals as well. And again, when receiving shots, 11.7 shots on average per game for us, 11.1 for Cardiff as well. The conversion rate, both of them around about 9%. How about the attacking avenues then? Let's take a look at it in a little bit. So it's coming up to you shortly. It's one of these slides has it, but of course this is the situation in the table right here, right now. Cardiff sit in 8th with of course 58 points still on the board. Of course, Rover are in 17th, a good 12 points adrift at the moment, and we do need a bloody win. This shows the home and the away form. We'll take a look at the table and the grand scheme of things a little bit later. Here is those attacking stats that I'm going to try and throw at you. Of course, Rovers are in the blue. Of course, Cardiff are in the orange. Take a look at, of course, their possession. 29% of their possession is in the opposition third. 28% is in the is in their own third. So that's a good stat to have. More the ball is not in your defensive third, which is something I'd like to see Rovers have more of. Of course, 43% is kept in the middle though. As for Rovers, 30% is in their own defensive third, 28% in the attacking area, and of course 41% moving forward. As for whereabouts on the field they like to play, 40% is coming down the left-hand side for Cardiff, 36% down the right, 24% down your throat. As for Rovers, they like the flanks, both of them, 38% apiece, both down the left and the right-hand side, and 25% down the middle. As for the shot territory, 54% of all of Cardiff's shots are coming in the 18-yard box, 11 inside the scrappy-dappy-doo area, that's a high percentage as well, and 35% outside the box. So you could probably think that would maybe the set-piece statistic there working in their favour, with of course balls into the box, into the 6-yard area, corners, that kind of stuff. So we'll see about that. As for Rovers, 4% in the 6-yard area, 59% 18-yard box, of course 36% long range bad boys. As for their shots, whereabouts they take place, 7% down the middle, 17% down the right, and 13% down the left. As for Rovers, 19% down the left, 60% down the right, and 65% down your throat. Let's take a look at the top goal scorers right here and now. Kiefer Moore is leading the charge. Cardiff has a really good season, 16 goals so far. Morrison from the centre-back has got himself 5. Ojo's got 5, and Rolls has got 4 as well. Bakunas leads the discipline chart, scored 9 yellows to his name. Morrison has got 8, Bennett 6, and also Volks has 6. As for Reds, 3 reds so far this season, Tomlin, Pack, and Rolls. As for Rovers, goals coming from Armstrong, 20 so far this season, but he has had a bit of a barren spell at the moment, and we need him to get back into tip-top form. And to be fair, there's now, I've been linked it, I've been moaning at the fact that he could be on his way to West Ham, Brighton, sniffing around. Now it looks like Everton are also taking a little bit of a look at Adam Armstrong, so we could have a bit of a bidding war on our hands, and hopefully that works to our favour, because the more the money we can get from him would likely to boost our squad next season, because there's a whole host of players on the verge of leaving, especially with question marks around about the management. Of course, Gallagher's got 6 goals, Brereton got 5, Elliott's got 5 as well. As for the discipline, Johnson and Lennon both have 7, Douglas got 5, as has Rothwell got 5 as well. Of course, Darren Leonard's the one and only red to the book so far, but the game will take place right here, of course, at Cardiff bloody City. That's right. Cardiff doing all right this season. Of course, maybe still have outside aspirations for, of course, the playoffs. But I think it might be too little, too late for them to make up the ground. Of course, last season they did finish in the playoffs in 5th, but of course their manager back then was it Harris? I don't even know. So his record against Mick McCarthy. Let's take a look at that one. It's still okay. Actually, he's actually managed against Mick McCarthy 8 times, winning 5 of them, losing just twice, picking up one draw. On average 2 points per match does Mowbray have over Mick McCarthy. I did say Gary Rowell. I do apologise for any Cardiff fans way back at the start. Of course, let's take a look at the tail of the tape here. Of course, they played each other 14 times since 2005. And, of course, Cardiff winning 5 of them. Rovers picking up 2 wins, of course. And there's been 7 draws. So the likely result would be a draw, you would think, or a Cardiff victory. Of course, their biggest win over us was a 3-0 win for them. Of course, our biggest win over them was a 3-2 win as well. They scored 21 goals against us in those 14 matches. We scored 13. They pick up around about 1.5 goals a goal against us, where we pick up just shy of a goal. Blackburn haven't won in the last 6, and a year ago, Blackburn were number 10 in the table with 56 points. We are now 17th with 46 points, 10 points adrift. Kiefer Moore's the Cardiff's top goal scorer with 16, and Armstrong's got himself 19 goals as well. The form, terrible, but it's also pretty bad for, of course, Cardiff. I think we're playing them at the right time, maybe, but they did come on the back of a receiving end of a 5-0 smashing, which they will try to respond quick time this coming match. Let's take a look at the starting lineups then here for you. So let's take a look at the starting lineups then for you. Coming at you with, of course, the hosts. It is Cardiff. They've got Phillips between the sticks. You've got Young Brown at left back. We've got Flint, Morrison to make up a 3-man midfield. You've got Rolls, Volks, Pack, and of course another youngster, Tom Sang on the right hand side. I've got Williams, of course, signing this season, leading the charge on the attacking zones alongside Bakuna, and of course Kiefer Moore leaving the charge. Now this is my lineup for Rovers, if you can see it. We've got Kaminsky between sticks. Douglas remains at left back, to be fair. I don't know why. there's no reason to justify, because it's been absolutely woeful form. I'd rather have Amari Bell, who hasn't played in a long time. Maybe he'll be the lucky penny. We've got Darrell and Howard Bellis, who have been, to be fair, not really that bad, but it's not been that good either. And Nyambi gets the start for me. Johnson, Holtby and Travis make up your midfield three. I did say about the statistics about set pieces, but you know what? Travis is the heartbeat of this club, and I think we should be building, especially for next season, around Travis. He is, of course, through the academy. I think him and Johnson will provide the bite. Of course, Holtby can provide the flair if he decides to play today or decides to step it up. And I've got Brereton, Armstrong and Elliott up top. I think, you know what? I think that's probably our best trio. Everyone's going to be moaning about Tyree Stolen starting and all this kind of stuff, but to be fair, I think on paper, when all the dust settles, this is the best three that we can have right here, right now. So I would go with that, and we just need a win. We just need to win, get the 3 points, and then we'll be very, very close to securing that 50-point tally, which of course I believe is safety. So let's kick it on forward. Take a look at the recent encounters between the two sides. Of course, the last 6, these two of Cardiff, 1 with the Rovers, 3 draws. Of course, we played each other this season. It was a 0-0 draw. It was a good, not really the best performance from Rovers, but it wasn't really a bad one either. It was kind of a steady Eddie. I think we should have won it when Cardiff went down to 10 men. Lee Tomlin got himself sent off. However, around about this time last season, give or take, we actually beat them 3-2 with, of course, that Adam Armstrong goal. That, of course, was Bobby Dazzler, and we do need to see that. In fact, when you look at this, Rovers are unbeaten against Cardiff in the last 4 matches, both home and away. Of course, picking up consecutive draws at Ewood Park. Of course, everyone remembers that Cardiff victory back in 2016 with Shane Duffy not only getting a couple of goals, he also got himself sent off in what would be his last appearance for Blackburn Rovers. Absolutely shit show. And of course, Cardiff did beat us way back in 2016. That was both home and away. If you take a look at just the last 6 games over in Wales, it was, of course, again, just one win, a 6-4 Rovers, and Cardiff alike playing against us on their own turf. Of course, Kenny Miller back in the day. Of course, Peter Whittingham, the ledge for Cardiff, of course, played for Rovers as well. Still sad about that, and it always will be. Let's kick it on forward, then take a look at the form heading into this. Not really great for either side. Of course, Cardiff coming to this just 1 win in the past 5 games. And that was the old Wales derby against Swansea, so they're, of course, a bit of local pride on the line. Besides that, they've got back-to-back defeats and back-to-back games without scoring a goal. In fact, they've only scored once in the past 4 games. As for Rovers, 1, 2, 3, we've also scored just once in the past 4 games, also once in the past 5, if you want to look at it that way. And again, not really good for Rovers, of course, back-to-back defeats, heavy defeats, and this is what caused my issues. If we had beaten Wickham, and I would have taken the defeat to Bournemouth, I just thought, you know what, it's a defeat. But, you know, back-to-back, limp ass against Wickham, toothless against Bournemouth at home, just no fight, no desire, no passion. I just don't know what's going on. Of course, the result against Norwich was good. I think we're fair to say that we deserve something from that game. The Bristol City game was a shit show. Of course, Brentford also was a nightmare. And that's when we lost Dacarino. And I think it's all gone tits up since then, to be fair. How about, of course, heading into this one or heading out of this? Of course, Reading will be Cardiff's next opposition on the Friday, the 16th of April. Then they'll take on Brentford. Difficult one then. Wickham as well, must win for them. Of course, Birmingham as well, struggling, and Rotherham as well to end the season. I think this is the last game of the season. As Rovers will take on Derby after this one. That'll be on Saturday the 17th. Then it's Sheffield Wednesday, Huddersfield, Rotherham, and then Birmingham. Realistically, they are winnable games. They are all winnable games. But guess what? We're not playing like we want to win. We're not playing for the manager. We're not playing for the badge. We're not playing for the fans. It just makes me sick that we're in this predicament of where we find ourselves. Of course, the form heading out of this as well. This is their home form coming into this Cardiff without a win in 3 at home. Rovers just 1 defeat the past 3 games on the road. Maybe we'll find something within ourselves to get a win. Scores we've scored 3 goals in the past 3 games on the road. So maybe we just need a bit of a break from Ewood Park and the hoodoos that surround that. Of course, the journey so far for Rovers and of course Cardiff. The solid colour is Cardiff. Of course, they tipped themselves into the playoffs way back on match day 32, but since they kind of wobbled a little bit, that wasn't the Mick McCarthy surge straight to the playoffs. As the Rovers, we did peak right about here, match day number 3 and 4, and then it's all gone kind of south since then. We kind of resurged ourselves back in January. I think that's when I was okay with everything. We kind of responded, but then since match day 29, it's gone really bad, bad. There's no way to say that is just absolutely off the face of a cliff. It's complete from 7th down to 17th, a drop of 10 spots in less than 10 games, or less than, it's around about that, dropped a spot every game. Absolutely criminal. This is the form book heading into this one. Of course, the last six between these two. Last six in the championship. Let's take a look at it. Of course, Rovers sit rock bottom, absolutely shit show. Cardiff, though, not too much better. Of course, a couple of points better off, and a win for Rovers will change that and get us up moving in the right direction. Of course, that's both home and away. So Cardiff just winning once in the past six. Rovers without a win in a long, long time. As for their home form, we're not really bothered about Rovers' home form right now. It's Cardiff we're worried about. They're sitting 11th, picking up 10 points out of a possible 18, which is pretty good. It's better than half. As for Rovers' away form, again, it's pretty shit down in here in 19th. Picking up just 4 points out of a possible 18 on the road. Absolutely criminal. Of course, you enjoyed a little bit of what I've had to say. Now, what about the boys on the BRFCS.com forum? Let's take a little look at it then, shall we? Here we go, boys. If you head over to the forum, you'll see a lot of upset folks. We're all down in the dumps right here, right now. Let's take a look at some of these guys. Mark BRFC says, apart from Easter weekend, Cardiff, I've looked really good under Mick McCarthy since he went there. The only thing going for us is they might be on the beach a little bit now, and the playoffs look a bit out of sight for them. 1-1, and it's all is well in Mowbray land again. Big Dog see a bog hopping a football heathen Mick McCarthy comes up against free-flowing football messiah purist Tony Mowbray. Only one winner here, surely, and I believe he's going in favour of Matey Boy. Scroll down here a little bit to JH Rover. Not happy, a hunting ground for us that we've managed our first win there last season with Armstrong's Wonder Strike. Cardiff, an unpredictable entity, lost a few recently, including a thrashing at Sheffield Wednesday on Monday. Won't be an easy against McCarthy side, and expect a rebound of sorts. Past caring with this team, or even results will be now, to be honest with you. IRA, see? When the fixture came around, I can't help but think of 2 own goals in red card that Duffy managed to get in our relegation season. Give him that he wanted a move, and he also scored an own goal in the previous game versus Wigan. I can't help thinking at least one of these was deliberate. To make matters worse, we went down on goals scored, and I'm only one who has never forgiven. No, I've never forgiven. Hopefully we can get something from the game, and I would take a 0-0 draw now with the tea lady, the star of the show, by putting an extra sugar in each player's drink, leaving a bit more energy being spent in the last 2 matches. Tom Field said this, probably scrape a credible draw here, then Waggett will emerge from under those rocks to back his boss. Sorry, manager. We need Mowbray gone, but we need points as well. Safety has to come first. If we get walloped here and then we still survive, and he still survives, we might as well throw in the towel. 1-1. Tyrone Shears has just gone with a 1-0 win. Defeat, as usual. Huge loss. Therefore, no change. 1864 Roverite. Who's this guy? Rigger's gone with a 2-0 for Rovers. Look at him. He's been quiet. Ruchi Mama says, I'd imagine Cardiff will fancy the chances of scoring from a set piece, as Vera Lynn one nearly sang. There'll be Bluebirds shitting all over the white flags of Rovers. That's a banger tweet right there, or post. Simon Garner's God is God. Well, we'll win this postseason stats, but lose the match 1-0. We're still on journey, though. If we turn those defeats into victories, we'll win the league next year. I love a bit of Mowbray logic. I do. Any more? We'll go down here. Doug, Into the Valley. Great song by the Skids. Takes me back to some good old times. Tony Mowbray masquerading as a manager, earning more than a Yankee dollar, living in a sweet suburbia. He should be sent to live on Iona on his own. That's my Skids knowledge done. I'm sure there's more. In the words of Mr. Jobson, goodbye civilian. Pity it's not goodbye Tony. I'll get my coat on the way out. Taffy's won, Rovers won, and Rovers side I will go with this one. I can't believe how flat I feel about this game. My predictions: dominate the possession 60-40, have less shots on target, fail to score from a set piece as usual, concede from a corner. Manager pointing to some good performances and how close we are to winning, whilst bemoaning the paucity of attacking talent available. So 1-0 to Cardiff. I definitely hope to be proved wrong. Hopefully the team below us will stumble. We'll just have to end up with 3 below us come the end of the season. At least Shane Duffy isn't in the team. Of course, that's what they think. What about Digicast? Well, here she comes with her own prediction. She's been pretty close to the money. She's been predicting pretty dog shit performances so far from Rovers, and hopefully she decides to give us a bit of luck this time around. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the overall situation out in the, of course, the Championship. Of course, we lead. We flatter to deceive in a lot of these stats here. Of course, possession-based stats. We are second, 55% possession, but guess what? It's all negative backwards possession. Norwich, though, on the flip side, 58.7% possession. That's the right possession to have, of course, leading the charge at the moment. Bournemouth also doing very, very well, Huddersfield and Brentford. As for the most aggressive side, Sheffield Wednesday still lead the charge there, 59 yellows, 7 reds. Stoke, Birmingham, QPR make up, of course, the top 4 there. Watford not too far away either. Aerial duels are your Cardiff's forte, 58.6%. They are the bosses in that department. Rovers are up there as well. I don't know how, but we're up there somehow. I don't know. I think they must have stopped doing that category because I don't know where our aerial duels are. I think we do so little. We do so little of them that we just win those little ones, and that's why we're up there. We probably attempted 6 aerial duels, and we've won 3 of them, and they thought, yeah, shit, we'll just stop right there. As for shots per game, Rovers are second in this one. Of course, Norwich did charge in that one, NARS. Brentford doing well with it, Bournemouth doing well with it, Barnsley doing well with it, Norwich doing well with it, Blackburn Rovers doing shit with it, absolutely shit with it. We're in the top 5 in 2 of the key categories, you would think. And we're doing shite. Moby, can you not see, mate? Can you not? Something's not right. As for pass, actually, Norwich lead the charge there as well. Let's take a look at what's going on in the table as of right now. Cardiff sitting 8th. A win for them. They could close in on 6th, put them up to 61 points and put them just 5 points adrift. As for Rovers, we're down to 17th, and a defeat we got the positivity of the goal difference. We could end up down into, of course, 19th, and the likes of Huddersfield and Coventry have played games less than us. So we've got to win this game. We need to win this, and everyone is one of those. And again, 50 points is the safety that we need to get, and this win will not get us there, but it will get us a little bit closer and maybe give us the belief that we can take a point off Derby and get that 1 point in the last 5 games after this. Of course, the games look like this. Watford taking Reading on Friday night, Millwall against Swansea as well. I guess I'm not really fussed about the Watford one or the Millwall one. Wickham against Luton. I think I want Luton to win, and then I believe just to stop Wickham's charge. Derby against Norwich again. Come on, Canaries, do us a favour. Forest against Bristol City. Forest are now above us. Bristol City are also in a bit of a slump. Preston against Brentford. I'd rather see Brentford win and put Preston back in the shitter. Stoke, I need Stoke to beat Birmingham, unfortunately, and then of course we do need to beat Cardiff. Bournemouth against Coventry, we need the Cherries to do us a favour, as do Barnsley. I'm not really fussed about that one. Huddersfield against Rotherham, I don't know. I don't know what I would want on that one. That's a tricky one. QBR against Sheffield Wednesday, and that, my friends, is mostly what I got for you. Of course, the top goal scorer charts looks like this. Adam Armstrong is now all the way down in as worse as 4th or joint 3rd, if you want to look at it that way. He needs a couple of goals. As for the assists charts, of course, your man is Harvey Elliott with 10 assists to his name, 5 adrift of course, the leader and of course, goal creating supreme. That's Manuel Bowenda, who scored 12 goals and created 15 himself, doing very, very well for himself this season. That's it for my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, and of course Facebook, and of course Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. Also, we'll be doing a watch on for this game, so make sure you come by, whether you're a Cardiff fan, whether you're a Rovers fan, or whether you just want to see someone in agony. That's the place to be. Until then, I'll see you all soon. Till then, thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you all on Saturday.